Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, Happy Bread, and today I just wanted to give you all some tips regarding on how to pass the Aufnahmeprüfung or the entrance exam at a public Studienkolleg. And with these tips, I hope that I at least help some of you in passing it. Because as you all know, the competition is very big and it is very hard in general to get into a public one, mostly because there are like hundreds and hundreds of people that are also wanting to get into a public student college. Before I explain my learning methods, you should also check out the Studienkolleg Discord and Reddit. And all of these resources that I mentioned in this video, I will also put that in the description below, so you can check that out to learn by yourself. Okay, so first things first, I just wanted to tell you that I didn't really have any tuitions that maybe some people have, but personally I didn't. Besides, like in my country, there was like a tutorium where a certain community decided to like have Zoom meetings and teaches you about math or German, but there was like 2 times per week. It only started at December, I think, or November, I forgot. So if maybe your country has it, you can just join that tutorium. Personally, I passed my Studienkolleg at Konstanz at T course. Initially, I wanted M, but I thought that maybe I should have a backup plan. So I applied at M, Medicine and Technique as well. In summer semester, which is like right now, January, February, I partook in 5 Studienkolleg. That was Nordhausen, Kiel, Frankfurt, Halle and Konstanz. And I managed to pass at Konstanz. There was 2 more, which I was going to partake as well, but I decided that I should just take my place at Konstanz. And I was also very tired, so I decided that I should just not partake anymore and take the technique course at Konstanz. So before I explain my learning methods, I just want to tell you how those 5 Studienkolleg tests actually went through for Nordhausen, because there was like a lot of cheaters. The test actually doesn't require you to like join a Zoom, so the like teachers could monitor you, and there was a lot of cheating there, which is why I didn't really put a lot of effort in studying. But I also did not cheat because I think it's a good opportunity to like measure my capabilities regarding the Deutsch and maths. So in Nordhausen, there was like a 28 German test, and the timer was, I think it was 30 or 40 minutes, I forgot. It was like a lot of questions for the amount of time, and I did manage to answer a lot of them. There was like a lot of Hörverstehen, for example, like 1.5 minute duration of hearing, and we have like 30 minutes for 23 questions, and you just can guess how that wastes a lot of time. But I think I remember a C test, like one of these statements are true questions, a passive to active, I think, or vice versa, and I think the rest are Hörverstehens and grammars. For maths, it was not that many questions, like below 15, maybe it was 12 or 13, I forgot. But there was a lot of geometry questions. So if you want to partake in a Nordhausen Aufnahmeprüfung, you have to study a lot about that, like triangles, squares, rectangles, and all of that. And I think that's about it. For Kiel and Frankfurt, Kiel was actually not that hard, but I didn't manage to get in. I don't know why. I think it was because they were taking it like 30 people for the takers, and I just didn't get a high enough score. But in Kiel, I think the most hard part was German, because there was like that 20 truth or false question. Like in the example test in the website, you can see it. And the math was just really basic. Personally, I didn't really have a hard time doing it. And I think for the most part, it's pretty easy. For Frankfurt, it was C test, like you all know, and I didn't also get accepted. I feel like it's more B2 German, but you really have to be able to master a certain theme. So it wasn't really that hard, but there was some words I think that I didn't really manage to guess, and I didn't really know the words. So I think the key in Frankfurt is that you just have to have a lot of vocabularies, you need to memorize the verbs, and you have to do a lot of C tests. And in Halle, it was really hard because there was biology and chemistry, physics as well. But I found German to be not that hard. And for Konstanz, that I passed. The German was not that hard. You had to listen to the teacher speaking, and you had to write it down, and you had to describe a picture. And I think there was 2 C tests at the end. So in Konstanz, personally, I tried to make it. I tried to make my German as advanced as possible, because it was all essays, like the describing, and I think there was about telling yourself, like what's the situation. Just try to use really advanced words and verbs, and I think you're good. For math and physics, the math was basic. They actually allowed you to use their formula sheet that they gave you, the Formelsammlung. That really helped. I didn't really use it that much, but it helps for some students. And physics, if you actually studied physics in Viamint, so the teacher told us beforehand that the majority of the question was going to be at Viamint. Viamint is like a learning course thing, so you have to check that out, because the majority of the questions actually is in that website. They just change the numbers and all. But the most important part in Konstanz is that you do not cheat. Yes, it's online, and you use Zoom so that the teacher can inspect you. And some people think that it's easy to just cheat, but I'm telling you now that maybe 40 to 50 students actually do not pass because of cheating. And I don't think it's really worth the risk. The exam is not even that hard. If you really tried to study, I think the exam is going to be easy. So for the Lese and Hörverstehen, I collected a lot of those test samples from the internet, and I set myself a timer. Usually it's like 60 minutes or 40 minutes. This is really important because it stimulates like the pressure. It really, personally, it helps for me. And after you did all of the work, make sure to really understand the text in the test sample. You understand the text. For me, I use ChatGPT. I just said that list me the translations of the adjective, the words, and all of that. And I also use Anki. Is like a flashcard app. It's free. Just make the flashcards yourself. I think it's one of the best apps if you want to memorize something. And I use it very frequently. After I have finished the test sample, whether it be Lese Verstehen or Hörverstehen, I put all of the words and verbs and I list them all and I put them on Anki. You should also learn all the grammars first because it's really important. Otherwise, you wouldn't understand the text in general. In Kiel, there was also a question that asks you to convert this text in like present, future, preteritum plusquam. Personally, I forgot what future 2 was, and I didn't write it correctly. So you have to master all the grammars as well. In Lese Verstehen, when you don't understand a text or something, personally, I use ChatGPT. So when I don't understand, I just ask it, why is it this? Why is it that? And it really helps me in improving my reading in general. Also, for that 20 question truth or false at Kiel, I practiced by copy and pasting from a German news site. Like it was, for me, it was Tagesschau, so I just copied it, I pasted it to ChatGPT, and I asked it to list me 20 truth or false questions in B2 to C1 level German, and then you just solve it. It helps you to practice the specific 20 truth or false part because there's not a lot of those test samples in the internet. For Schreiben, I just type it normally in Word, and also make sure to use the foreign words or the words that you normally don't use from the Lese Verstehen and the Hörverstehen, and also make use of the advanced grammars like the passive and all of that. And then again, I use ChatGPT to rate my text, and then I just said rate my text from a level point of view, is it B1, B2, or C1, and then how can I improve this text to be a more advanced level. And now for C test, I was actually really confident that I would pass the Frankfurt course Studienkolleg because it was just C test. So I practiced a lot of C test in the module Lücke. I listed all of the grades in the Excel. I calculated the average grade, and I did a lot of them. I think there was 120 in Lücke, and I managed to complete 90 of them with the average grade of 70. But in the end, it wasn't enough. So maybe if you guys get a better grade than me, I think you can do it. I did Mutuluka B2 by the way, and not the B1, because I wanted to learn more complex words and grammars. Besides Mutuluka, there was also a website called C-Tester, but I didn't really use it very much because I preferred Mutuluka. And also, after doing a C-test, make sure to review the text, the words, the adjectives, the grammars. Make sure to learn them because it will be very useful in the future. And you have to develop a feeling of knowing how to solve a C-test. And I think that's about it. The key is exploring a lot of themes, various themes, not just a simple one, but also complex one. And also learning as much verbs, adjectives, and words in general. And also doing the C-test as much as possible. For maths, I personally use the module Ziel. The link is in the description. You can download them. And I did a lot of those questions in the books. I think it reflects very similarly to how the questions are in the entrance exam. And there is also the answer at the end of the book, so you don't have to worry about what the answer is. And I also use ChatGPT when I don't understand math, but also remember that ChatGPT is not 100% reliable and can make mistakes. So make sure when you see that something is not right there, just ask the AI, why is it this and why is it that? Also, I do use YouTube for maths. The channel that helped me the most was the Organic Chemistry Tutor because it covers a lot of themes in maths and also physics. And I found the explanation to be very simple and easy to understand, but that's just me. Maybe you find someone better and that's good for you. And I think that's all. Make sure when doing a test sample, you also timer yourself. I would usually timer myself 60 minutes. At first, it would be very hard and the time would not be sufficient, but in the end, I managed to have 5 spare minutes and I finished the work on time. Also, in math, it's really important that you practice a lot instead of just watching videos or reading it. But that's personally for me and how I study maths. For physics, biology, and chemistry, I didn't really learn a lot because I focused myself more on German and maths. And for physics, like I said, I used Viamint. There was a lot of exercises as well, and you could, if you understand German a little bit, you could watch their courses. I think they're really beneficial. And for chemistry, I watched a lot of the Organic Chemistry Tutor, but I don't think that I understood a lot because I didn't really exercise a lot. So make sure you find the exercises for it. Also for physics, I use that channel as well. It's really helpful. So my advice would be that you cover the themes that are given to you in the website. There are tell you which theme will come in the exam, and you just have to practice and study that particular subject, and I think you're good. But personally for me, I didn't really study a lot for physics and chemistry, but all in all, it's really just basic questions. And if you know basic physics or chemistry, then I think you're good. For biology, I used Studyflix. It's a German website that you can learn not just biology actually, but chemistry, physics, but I use it for biology. And I also use ChatGPT to get things that I don't understand. And I use Anki to memorize things. I personally wrote all of my notes in Word, and then when I have things that I want to memorize, I put them on Anki, and I just have to revise a lot. Otherwise, I don't really know, because I didn't pass my exam in Halle, where they have biology, chemistry, and physics. So biology is not really my strong subject. But I can assure you that there's no complex questions. They're really basic, but it's really, the theme is really various, and sometimes you just don't study that particular theme. So make sure that you study like various themes in general, and I think you're gonna be good. So all in all, that's my advice for the Aufnahmeprüfung. If you have some questions, just comment down below, and I'll try to answer every single one of them. And also, maybe I'll make a video on this. I'll tell you how I passed my B2 exam when I have the preparation time for only 3 weeks. So stay tuned for that. And I thank you guys for watching this video. I know my English is not that good, but I hope the message that I'm trying to send is understandable. And thank you guys for watching. See you.